Every day, you wake up with a choice. To let the chaos outside dictate your mind, or to anchor yourself in clarity. Most people never realize this. But the Stoics did. They knew that a few simple truths, repeated with conviction, could shape a life of power, peace, and discipline. Today, you'll remember 6 of them. 6 reminders to carry with you, no matter what the world throws your way. These aren't just words. They are armor for the mind. If you find wisdom here, do me one favor. Tap that subscribe button. It helps grow this channel and bring Stoic clarity to more people who need it. Sign number 1. I control my mind, not external events. Most people walk through life reacting to everything they cannot control, blaming the world for their pain, their failures, their mood. But the Stoics saw through this illusion. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that our power lies not in external things, but in the way we choose to respond. You can lose your job, be insulted by someone you trusted, face delay, disrespect, chaos. Yet your mind remains yours. Your emotions belong to you. No one has the power to steal your peace unless you hand it over. Imagine you are in traffic and someone cuts you off. Your instinct is to get angry, curse under your breath, let it fester. But pause and remind yourself, I control my mind, not external events. That person did what they did. Your peace was disrupted not by them, but by the story you told yourself about the situation. This practice is not weakness, it is discipline. It is strength forged in self-awareness. When you master your reactions, you master your life. The storms outside no longer shake the stillness inside. The insults no longer pierce your spirit. You become like a rock, unmoved by waves, untouched by noise. This is the mindset that separates those who crumble from those who conquer. Every time you feel like reacting, say it quietly to yourself, I control my mind, not external events. Say it until your mind believes it, until your emotions obey it, until you can face life without flinching. You were never meant to control the world. You were meant to master yourself. And that begins with this truth. Sign number 2. This moment is all I have. You wake up, your mind already racing. Worries about tomorrow, regrets from yesterday, 1,000 thoughts pulling you in every direction. But stop. Breathe. Look around. Because this moment, right now, is all you truly own. The Stoics knew this deeply. Marcus Aurelius warned us not to act as if we had 1,000 years to live. And yet, that's exactly what most people do. They postpone what matters, they rush through what's real, they live half present, half lost in time that doesn't exist. But life is not lived in the past or the future. It is lived here. In this breath, in this second, in this heartbeat. When you speak to someone you love, are you really there? Or is your mind elsewhere, chasing shadows of what could be or should have been? When you work on something important, do you give it your full soul? Or are you distracted by noise that steals your focus? Every moment you waste is a moment you will never get back. Every day you delay your purpose is a day stolen from your legacy. So tell yourself, this moment is all I have. Say it when you feel like procrastinating. Say it when you feel pulled in a million directions. Say it when you're with someone who matters. Because when you anchor yourself in the now, everything becomes clearer. You stop rushing. You stop dwelling. You start living. Fully. Deeply. Presently. The world slows down and you finally see what matters. You give your full presence to your actions, your words, your purpose. And that presence becomes power. Time is not promised. The next hour is not guaranteed. But this moment, this breath, is yours. Own it. Respect it. Live it like it's your last. Because one day, it will be. Sign number 3. Pain and discomfort are my teachers. Most people run from pain. They hide from discomfort. They see struggle as something to avoid, something unfair, something that should not exist in their perfect little world. But if you walk the Stoic path, you must see it differently. You must look pain in the eye and say, "You are my teacher." Because pain reveals. It strips away the illusion. It shows you what you're made of. You can lie to yourself when things are easy, but pain tells the truth. The Stoics didn't just tolerate suffering, they welcomed it as a test, as a lesson, as a fire that forges the soul into something sharper. Think of a bodybuilder in the gym. The muscle grows not in rest, but under stress, under resistance. The pain of lifting is not destruction, it is transformation. So too with the mind. When life gets heavy, when people betray you, when plans collapse, the discomfort you feel is not the end, it's the beginning of growth. The discomfort of discipline creates strength. The sting of rejection teaches detachment. The ache of loss reveals what truly matters. But this only works if you don't run. Most people numb the pain. They scroll, they eat, they drink, they complain. But the Stoic embraces it, breathes through it, and listens to the message inside it. Pain says, "There's something here you need to face." Discomfort says, "You're not finished yet." So tell yourself, every single day, pain and discomfort are my teachers. When something hurts, lean in and ask, "What is this teaching me?" When things get hard, don't curse the path. Strength doesn't grow on the beach. It grows in the storm. And you are not here to avoid the storm. You are here to become the storm. To let it shape you, not break you. The next time life stings, don't flinch. Smile. Say thank you. And remind yourself that every moment of suffering is a stepping stone to a stronger, wiser version of you. The man or woman who cannot be broken is not the one who never suffers, but the one who turns suffering into wisdom. That's Stoic power. That's real freedom. Sign number 4. I expect nothing but appreciate everything. One of the deepest roots of human suffering is expectation. You expect people to act a certain way. You expect recognition for your effort. You expect the world to reward your goodness. But life is not built on your expectations. Life just is. And the Stoic understands this. That's why they train their mind to expect nothing. Because when you expect nothing, you can never be disappointed. And when you appreciate everything, you turn every moment into a blessing. Think about how often your peace is shattered because someone didn't text back. Because your hard work wasn't acknowledged. Because plans changed, or people changed. Your mood dips. Your energy fades. But ask yourself, what did I expect? Did I believe the world owed me something? That people should act according to my script? The Stoic doesn't play that game. He enters the day with no demands. She walks through life not needing things to go her way. And because of that, they are free. When a friend shows up, they are grateful. When a stranger smiles, they notice. When the sun rises, they pause. Not because they expected it, but because they're awake enough to appreciate it. Most people miss the beauty around them because they're too busy being bitter about what didn't happen. But when you expect nothing, you become rich in every way. And this doesn't mean you don't have standards. It means your peace isn't held hostage by what others do. You control your inner world. You find joy in the smallest moments. Someone cancels on you. Good. More time for solitude. You didn't get the praise you thought you deserved. Good. You work for virtue, not applause. Life throws you a curveball. Good. You pivot, adapt, and keep moving. Repeat this to yourself daily. I expect nothing but appreciate everything. Say it when you're frustrated. Say it when you're about to complain. Say it when things don't go your way. Let it bring you back to center. Let it remind you that true power comes not from controlling others, but from controlling how you respond. Expect less. Appreciate more. That's how you rise. That's how you protect your peace. That's how you live like a Stoic. Sign number 5. Everything is temporary. The highs and lows, the wins and losses, the pain and the pleasure, none of it lasts. And yet, people live like everything is permanent. They panic in hardship, thinking it will never end. They cling to success, fearing its loss. But the Stoic walks through life with a quiet understanding. Everything is temporary. This storm, it will pass. This moment of joy, it too will pass. And that's not a reason to despair, but a reason to stay grounded. You don't drown in sorrow when you know it's passing. You don't get arrogant in triumph when you know it's fleeting. Imagine the emotional control you would have if you truly embraced this. When someone disrespects you, you don't lose yourself in anger. You remind yourself, this feeling is temporary. When anxiety creeps in before a big decision, you remind yourself, this moment won't last. When you're feeling on top of the world, you still remain humble because you know seasons change. Nothing is guaranteed. And that includes failure. That includes heartbreak. That includes pain. The things that seem unbearable right now will be distant memories tomorrow. The pain you feel today is just a phase, not a life sentence. That is the power of impermanence. It gives you peace during chaos and humility during success. The Stoic uses this principle as armor. It shields them from drowning in despair and from getting drunk on praise. Everything is temporary means you don't get attached to things that can vanish. That argument, let it go. That failure, learn from it and move on. That praise, smile and keep working. No storm is forever. No glory is eternal. Every chapter turns. Every season shifts. Every emotion fades. Remind yourself daily that what you're facing is not permanent. Hold your peace when others are losing theirs. Hold your focus when everything else screams distraction. Say it to yourself in silence. Whisper it when the world gets loud. Everything is temporary. And because of that, you are free. You can let go. You can adapt. You can rise. That's how you think like Marcus Aurelius. That's how you live like a true Stoic. Sign number 6. Memento Mori, my time is limited. This is the most powerful reminder the Stoics ever lived by. Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. Not to make you afraid, but to wake you up. You are not promised tomorrow. You are not even promised the end of today. Every moment you waste, every second you spend on bitterness, distractions, laziness, it's time you never get back. When you start each day with the truth that your time is limited, your perspective shifts. Suddenly, the small things don't matter as much. The petty arguments. The delayed ambitions. The mindless scrolling. You realize that your life is a collection of moments, and each one matters. If you truly believe today could be your last, would you spend it angry at someone? Would you waste it watching people you don't even like online? Or would you finally write that book, make that call, take that risk? Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. And he meant it. Because death isn't something far away. It walks beside you. Quietly. Patiently. Waiting. You can either ignore it and live carelessly, or embrace it and live fully. Memento Mori turns every ordinary day into a gift. It turns every relationship into something sacred. It makes every task feel urgent and important. When you say to yourself, my time is limited, you stop postponing your life. You stop tolerating mediocrity. You stop living like you have forever. Because you don't. That's not tragic, that's empowering. You get to choose how you live, and if you choose wisely, you never fear the end. You face it with peace, knowing you didn't waste your time here. You built something real. You loved deeply. You stayed true to your values. You didn't just exist, you lived. Memento Mori isn't about death. It's about clarity. It's about urgency. It's about courage. So every morning, remind yourself, my time is limited. And every night, ask yourself, did I make it count? That is how a Stoic faces the world. That is how you become untouchable. Not by chasing more, but by valuing what you already have. Say it now. Say it tomorrow. Say it when you're tired, distracted, discouraged. My time is limited. And because of that, I will make it legendary. These 6 Stoic reminders aren't just quotes. They're armor. Say them every morning. Live them every day. And watch how your mind becomes sharper, calmer, stronger. If one of them spoke to your soul, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if this message brought you value, help someone else find it. Like the video and subscribe to Stoic Legacy for more timeless wisdom every week. Stay stoic and build your Stoic legacy.